Hello Pretty Geeks, and welcome to a Craft Kitsune unboxing. I actually completely forgot what the theme of this month's box is. I get so tied up and excited in all of the spoilers for the next themes that I tend to forget what these are. But Craft Kitsune is a resin subscription box. They will occasionally have other crafts. That is something that actually the community voted on and decided like how many other crafts you might want. So it doesn't happen super often, but the ones that they pick are always really interesting. Like one month we had a diorama kit. I loved that. And she had sourced all different materials, mostly from Japan, and really pretty little flowers, adorable miniatures. It was so much fun. More recently, she also did a a needle felting box, which was so fun. I'd looked at doing needle felting a while back, and I found it really enjoyable, and I also found it to be a really nice intro to how to get into the craft if you just wanted to give it a try. I love when you get to try new things. I took a little peek and I remember what this one was. I was really excited for this one. I tried this craft a while ago. For some reason my literature is at the bottom instead of the top, which I get makes it easier to pack the box, but I like it when my covers with foil. Oh, instead of a card, we got a little pamphlet. Okay. So this month we are doing resin dipped flowers. I remember trying this a couple years ago, getting all my own supplies, all my own, like the little nail art parts. I am loving that they created just a kit for this to make it a lot more accessible. Make sure you're getting the things you need. So Facebook group QR code. Go ahead, steal if you'd like it. And this is the first time I've ever seen them have a full set of instructions on the inside. There's also a supply list, which we'll go over in a second. Looks like there's not a ton of changes in that. And I like that there are some stencils. We kind of set up how we want to do that with our flowers here. So here we go. Let's see what's inside. I see two things in a little accessory bag right off the bat. So we have gold micro beads. Some are oh so very micro. Some are a little bit bigger. So micro pearls, not beads. Beads would have a hole, but perfect for in the center of flowers or to give a little extra detail. We have a brown flocking powder. Use just a tiny bit of this at a time. I love this over UV resin so it stays kind of fluffy. Don't use this one as a like a mica powder mix in unless you like absolutely need a color like right then and there that you cannot make. It just doesn't go quite as far. It's not made to suspend well, and it can kind of look just a little dusty dirty, but on top of your project it will look so pretty. We got a huge thing of UV dip. We got 30 milliliters of UV dip. So it's like a UV resin, and there are also instructions right on here. And notice it is in an opaque container, so it will have your UV resin inside. When you are in between, like you're curing and things, you'll put your lid back on top so that you don't accidentally cook your entire container or make a nasty sleeve over everything. So it's really nicely sealed all the way across. So I'm going to leave that for a minute. But it is in clear, which is going to be really nice because you can use it for a lot of different things. That is something I did not do my very first times. I tried getting like a whole lot of different containers. And And that was the way I was doing my first colors. So I bought a bunch of different nail, like the nail gel art pots, or like the ones you use for acrylic building. I tried a couple different types. Some worked better than others. Some worked better for others for certain types of flowers. And then I was making them out of whichever colors I had. And she gives some really nice tips with how to add some tints with UV resin for one, which we actually get 3 bottles. Everyone's going to get the same colors. So we have a rose quartz, a citrine, and a peridot. So I'm really excited to see exactly how those colors turn out in person. Obviously labels can be a little dissimilar sometimes, but they seem happy and springy. So I'm looking up to that, forward to that. And oh, good. Okay, so we have our beading wire in a 24 gauge, and we have gold. Beautiful. So everyone's going to get the gold color, and we've got just over 6 meters or 6.6 yards. And last up, I'm really excited to try this, is an actual wire gauge tool. So you can make sure that your petals are the same size. And I'm so very looking forward to that because it can be really tricky. I was using a ring sizer for mine, which while it had little gradations, they're really fine. They were always slipping and it didn't get quite this small, very little. And this one has a nice notch in it as well. Let's make sure you can see. There you go. You can see that on there. You can see it on the other side. So it goes all the way through. Really beautifully done. The 3D printing lines are really fine, and yeah, I really like that. So overall, we have everything we need to get started. You can also use acrylic paint to color if you want it to be more opaque, or you can of course thin it down. You can use nail polishes. I do still use a lot of gel polish in mine, even in some of my smaller pieces when I want to change a color pretty subtly, do some details, things like that. So you can always do that. You can use regular nail polish in some cases. Sometimes it will flake off, and you can put on a UV sealer for that. And they actually have a like an air dry one. It takes a little while to go through. You can always put like a clear UV nail polish on top as well. And yeah, don't forget to use some things like that. And of course, I still just use my LED light rather than a true UV light, but they all work the same. So remember that UV dip, it can work inside of the LED lights as well. So I'm really happy with this one. I'm really excited to give it a try. I'm gonna see if I can decide whether I want to make one tonight or not, because it's tired. No, because it's late and I'm tired. It's not incredibly late, but I just worked an overnight and I took a little nap today, which was good, but I'm so sleepy. I would like to catch up on more before my night shift tomorrow. Anyway, I love you all so much. Bye.